Welcome back to another episode of Cable Chatter. Today we have a great episode for you. We'll be interviewing Dylan Wickersham of Wick's Pies to ask questions about the history of Wick's Pies, what's going on over there, and what some of the interesting things that they can tell us are about the organization that's been in Randolph County for so long. We also had the opportunity to interview some of the girls of the 2017 state runner-up girls basketball team of Union City Junior Senior High School. They had a reception one of these past weekends, and we got a chance to interview them and ask for some insight as to what they were thinking when that was going on.
It started out the way anything did, just a ball and a dream. No one ever expected it to become true. I guess hard work actually does pay off. It started off in an empty gym in Union City, Indiana. The team gathered in a huddle at the end of the first practice. Everyone still had a bitter taste of the loss of the 2016 regional basketball game from the years previous, but that would all change. It was a close 9-point win over the first opponent, Southern Wells, that would get the ball rolling. Then it was a 70-point win against Seton Catholic that made a statement. Then the first loss against Jay County. That one stung a bit. Then the bounce-back win, Northeastern, 3 days later. That would be the melody for the whole season. How can we bounce back? It wasn't easy, just like everything else in life. If you want it, then you have to work for it. Nothing was guaranteed this season, and that was taken to heart. It wasn't an easy regular season, contrary to popular belief. After a couple close nail-biters with Winchester, a couple hard losses handed from Monroe Central, the team knew that they had to fight for it. The team was sitting at 19-4, heading into the month of February, the month that would change it all. The first opponent was Tri-High. The gym was filled with boos of overrated from the opposing team that was occurring all week on social media. Nothing new. The girls overcame adversity once more and got their first win of the 2017 postseason, 70-45. Then the sectional championship against Randolph Southern at Randolph Southern. We packed our side fuller than Randolph Southern could have imagined. It was another tough game, yet the girls became victorious, 54-42. Back-to-back sectional champions. What does Regional 2017 have in store for us? The first game was against Tri-Central, at Tri-Central, the team that overcame adversity last season and defeated the Indians in the regional championship. Oh, how that bitterness still set with the players. The crowd packed in this time, even larger than what was the game the week previous. The gym was packed in red. The whole town was showing support. The girls took a 53-41 win. They were heading to the championship. The regional championship, so familiar yet too far away. Riverton Park, ranked 10th in the state in 1A. The Indians were ranked 8th. Once again, they were victorious, 59-39, regional champions. This was an accomplishment in itself. Only one other girls basketball team from the school had made it to semi-state, and that was Coach Black's team. The chatter spread around the town about how the team was doing and how it was so special. That didn't stop the haters. The town rung with people that still doubted the team. There were chatters of how their fairy tale run was going to end here. Oh boy, they were wrong. The double overtime thriller against Marquette Catholic. Wow. No one was expecting the game to come down to the point of a double overtime. The girls fought through multiple injuries. There were many points in the game where they could have given up. They didn't. One simple reason: Coach Black. It's rare for someone to make an impact on one person's life. It is nearly impossible to see someone who has planted seeds in the lives of others as much as Sarah Black. Every game this year, you saw the principles that she had installed in the girls game after game. This wasn't going to be easy. You couldn't give up. If you want this win, go get it.
That hard work, as you can see with their run to the state championship, it paid off. They were willing to put in the time, they were willing to put in the work, and there's nothing in life that you get without doing that. And I think that that's extremely important, that things aren't always going to go the way we want them to, but if we continue to work hard and we continue to push our limits and know that we can accomplish those things, but it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a month. Those were girls that I'd been working with since they were in 7th grade. I knew who they were, and the coaches that coached them in junior high worked on some things with them that they knew were going to be helpful to them when they got to the high school level. So it's going to take time and dedication, but it's all worth it in the end.
On the court, she was a phenomenal coach. Off the court, she was an incredible role model and figured that shape into the girls' team to be the way that they are today, state championship. Bankers Life Fieldhouse was white for the Indians. There was a total of 3,500 people in the town of Union City. 5,000 people showed up wearing white and fighting for the Indians. It was a close game at the beginning, still in reach at the half. They came out stronger than we did, and we could not recover. Runners up is what they said, what it says on the side of the rings. Runners up is what it says in the stat book. Runners up is what it says in a newspaper. Champions, that's what the town of Union City said. The girls' team was able to bring a strong, divided community together and show teams what it was like to be all together on something. The whole community showed support for the girls. This was an escape from reality.
I don't know a better community that came behind a team the way they did with us, and it was amazing.
It was awesome. It was really nice, at least for me, to see the community come together. I loved the togetherness that the community had and was all rooting for the same thing.
It was good. We had a lot of support from a lot of people, not only in town, but in the surrounding communities and rest of the people in other counties and whatnot.
Like a different kind of feeling, basically a feeling that will give you goosebumps, when you look back and think about it all.
It was big. I think it brought our community together a lot, and it helped us just as a community melt together more. It helped us as a team just know that we had they had our backs the whole entire process and the whole way there.
It was a cool thing. I mean, everybody in town knew you, and it was kind of cool being a freshman at the time and little kids looking up to you and drawing pictures and stuff. And it was just an overall experience that I've never felt before.
The whole ride was amazing. Praying for after every game with the opponents, win or lose. It was definitely easier to do after a win. Suddenly, the morals and the role model example that the young Coach Black had installed into each and every girl she came in contact with had shown through the whole state of Indiana. After the loss, you prayed with the winners and walked off the court, hanging your heads because you lost the game, not realizing the 5,000 fans that had made travels from all over the county to see you play, not realizing the impact each one of you had on the stat book, not realizing the impact each one of you had on the town, not realizing the impact that your faith had on so many others in the town, not realizing that you were the actual winners. From the bottom of every fan's heart, thank you. Thank you for being the best team in school history. Thank you for showing your leap of faith every step of the way. Thank you for being the dream team. Written by Keaton Collins. At this time, we'd like to present each of the players in attendance with the jerseys they wore for that remarkable run. First, number 3, Cora Kearns.
The varsity was getting ready for the game, and Coach came into the locker room and couldn't find me, and I was tied up in a duffel bag, and I scared her.
Number 11, Kelsey Zimmers.
Definitely making it to state. The semi-state game was probably my favorite game we've played.
Number 10, Courtney Wise.
Favorite memory from this season is all the times we would dance in the locker room or walking into Bankers Life for the game.
Number 20, Bailey Hartman.
Honestly, probably just being in the locker room with the girls before the games. All them times were good memories.
Number 4, Ellie Kearns.
Definitely all the hotel memories and being at Bankers Life Fieldhouse together was the best memory, I guess, altogether. And just the team memories in the locker room before the games and the bus rides.
Number 2, Justice Cantu.
My favorite memory of the season was when we first entered Bankers Life Fieldhouse and everyone kind of looked around in awe. It was definitely an experience and a fun one that I think was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Number 14, Kaylee Dowler. Number 34, Maddie Cox. Number 22, Sophia Spence. Number 12, Mackenzie Green.
Probably my favorite memory was the bus rides and our hotel stays. Definitely got a lot of team bonding at our hotels before the games, and those are memories that will always stick with me.
Number 40, Maya Carpenter. Student assistant, Connor Kearns. Student assistant, Tiana Davis. Coaches, Keith Fields, Neo Adams, Ron Holt, Tim Adelsberger, Michael Dean, Wayne Pratt, Coach Sarah Black, Athletic Director Mike Thornburg, Team Photographer Clinton Randall. Also, those unable to attend this evening, number 42, Lucy Corona. Number 30, Reagan Hoggett. Number 14, Emily Bocanegra. Number 32, Kelsey Burton. Student Assistant, Lexi Bissell. Student Assistant, Dawson Thornburg. Student Assistant, Keaton Collins. Student Assistant, Latrell Hampshire. And Statistician, Larry Wilson. Congratulations to the 2017 state runner-up team.
We have some community announcements. On Saturday, January 22nd, will be the National Pie Day celebration at Wick's Pies. There'll be a coloring contest and a drawing that involves that, and there'll also be deals on pies that are available when you're there. So stop in, get some great pie, and let the kids color a while. On January 25th, the 4-H scholarship applications are due for 2022. See the Indiana 4-H Foundation for details. On Tuesday, January 25th, with the grand opening of Chicago's Pizza in Winchester. That's on the town square. Make sure you support that new business that's opening up. On Friday, January 28th, the Randolph County Farmers Achievement Banquet Award of Honor nominations are due at the Extension Office. The banquet will be on February 28th. On Wednesday, February 2nd, the 2022 Farmer Coffee Hour will be held at the Randolph County Fairgrounds. This breakfast begins at 8 a.m. and it'll host Ag Outlook with Michael Langemeyer from Purdue University. On Saturday, February 19th, there'll be a community breakfast at the Winchester Masonic Lodge. That's 125 East North Street from 8 to 11 a.m. and they will be accepting donations. On Saturday, February 26th, there'll be grain entrapment rescue training from 9 a.m. to noon at the Winchester Fire Department Training Center. Lunch will be at the Town Square Community Center, and Silo the Movie will be shown there at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Please register by January 28th. That's all we have at the moment for community announcements. If you hear anything interesting that you would like us to talk about or want to make sure that we mention something in future episodes, reach out to us so we know what's going on. We'd love to talk about it. Next, we're going to cut to Braden Hoggett at Wick's Pies with Dylan Wickersham. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm Braden Hoggett and welcome back. Today we took a special trip out here to Wick's Pies in Winchester. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Dylan Wickersham. Let's kind of just get this ball rolling. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Dylan Wickersham. I am third generation in Wick's Pies. We're sitting here in Mrs. Wick's, which is our restaurant right across the street from our commercial bakery. I joined the company in 2014. I do sales and marketing for Wick's Pies and business development. I wear a lot of hats here. I have a wife. We've been married 10 years and a daughter 4. Her name is Ruby, after my grandma Wick. And another daughter, Reese, who is 6 months old.
Very nice. Now, do you mind kind of giving us a little bit of background information about what Wick's Pies is, how it all came about, like the history behind it?
Yeah, so my grandfather, Dwayne Wickersham, started Wick's Pies, started a restaurant in 1944 inside Ardall, which at that time was called Anchor Glass. And it was an option for lunch. It's like a lunch counter for workers to have lunch, have some pie, and then go back to work. About a year into that, I think they realized that he was doing really well with the restaurant, and they either bought him out or they kicked him out. It's kind of debated within my family how that went. So then he started a restaurant downtown Winchester called the Rainbow Restaurant. And then over the years, he sold his pies to other restaurants, had multiple restaurants in different places. And then in 1960, he bought our current location, got out of the restaurant business and started manufacturing sugar cream pie.
Oh, okay.
At that time, he actually got a patent on our process.
Oh, really?
A lot of people don't know that. We have a specific process we use, and he was able to patent that. It was really a very, very nice way to promote the company as well. That's where we are today. He went from making about 30 pies a day to now 20 pies a day, 25 pies a day. Now we make about 20 pies per minute. So in an 8-hour shift over at Wick's, we'll do about 10,000 pies.
Oh, goodness gracious.
In 1985, he started Mrs. Wick's. He retired from Wick's Pies. He missed the restaurant business, and he started Mrs. Wick's, which is where we are today. They make a great breakfast, probably best breakfast in Randolph County. And then about 38 different flavors of pies, including peanut butter pie, sugar cream pie, which is what we're known for, and then a Reese cup pie, which is like a peanut butter chocolate, obviously, with whipped cream on top.
Sounds delicious, by all means, yes. Now, I know you said you started in 2014 with this business, right?
Yes.
Do you mind kind of giving us some background about what you do with the business? Like, I know you probably have a bigger plan behind everything.
So Wick's Pies, what a lot of people don't know is we sell our pie crusts all over the country. So we have customers in California, we have customers in New York, and what I do is go and try to find more of those large customers. So a lot of that business is, all of that business is shipped in frozen, contracted freight, which picks up at our dock once a week, and it's sold basically a minimum of around 60 to 80 cases of product. A typical case has about 24 pie shells. So a lot of people, we're selling to other businesses, so other bakeries. So they'll take our product, like I'm working on a deal where they're using our pie crust to make pot pies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really a simple pie crust, and we were talking a little bit before this. You like to make your own pie, right?
Yes, a lot. I love it. I love doing a lot of baking, so it's a lot of fun.
So a lot has changed. What hasn't really changed with Wick's is we use simple ingredients. We make a lard pie crust, which you know what lard is, right? So we're one of the few that still makes a lard pie crust. We think it makes the best pie crust, and it's the most natural, nice salty flavor. So that's a little bit of background on what I do.
That's kind of sweet. That's pretty sweet. That actually kind of hit on a little bit of what I was going to talk about later on with the nationwide shipping, which is, I know a lot of people don't probably know about that with you guys, is you guys do sell nationwide, which is really sweet. That's really cool for a business in small downtown Winchester to be able to be doing that on such a large scale. And I'm glad that we're being able to kind of showcase that to the people, our viewers here today. Now, aside from this, could you kind of tell us a little bit about your new kind of incorporation with Wick's Pies, the Wick's Pies pop-up shop?
Yeah, so it kind of goes back to when the pandemic shut things down. The whole food industry shut down as well. So I found myself with some time on my hands. I had a vendor actually that I buy TV spots from wanted to send their employees pies as a way to say, hey, we're still connected, we still care about our employees. So I developed an insulated package and bought ice packs to be able to ship our frozen pies to their employees. Well, that kind of took me down the road of offering a direct-to-consumer program through our website, and that's the nationwide shipping you're talking about. So a few iterations later with our insulated packaging, we can get about 3 days of acceptable thaw, which means it stays under 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and ship directly to anybody in the U.S.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
So in 2020, we launched this in October, and we had great feedback. And then in early 2021, we partnered with a company called Goldbelly. And they offer a better shipping program for us, where they buy the labels and send us the labels, put together a full price on pies, and we ship to consumers. So it makes a great gift for shipping out of the U.S., and it's really been good for us. Well, that got me thinking, I'd like to go direct to consumer here locally around Indiana. So we did a few events last summer where we sold pies directly to people, and as part of that, we offer an opportunity for people to order pies, to pick up whole pies at the events as well. So
cool stuff. Cool stuff. Now, besides all that, let's talk about what you guys do for the community. You guys, as a big business here in Randolph County, do a lot of stuff for the community, whether it's with the schools around the county. But I don't know if a lot of people are aware of all that you guys do. Do you mind kind of shedding some light on that kind of stuff?
Sure. Yeah, we donate pies to a lot of different groups here in Randolph County. During the holidays, we support a program called the Starfish Foundation that my father heads up, which they provide toys for children at Riley for the holidays. We do a number of other things. A number of years ago, we started a festival called the Mom and Baseball Apple Pie Festival, which just was an opportunity for people in the community to get together and celebrate mom and pie. But
yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, is there? I was checking out your website a while ago, and I saw that you guys offer like a fundraising thing for like different groups. Is that kind of a thing that you would like to talk about today? By all means.
Sure.
Yeah.
So our fundraisers are a great way for groups to make money for nonprofit groups. It is reserved for nonprofit groups. And we basically sell at wholesale to these groups, and they're able to turn around and sell our pies at whatever price they like. So it's something that, we have groups from the other side of the state that drive over and pick up pies because it's such a good program for them. Yeah.
That's really interesting to know, actually.
Yeah.
And now you were just talking about kind of like wholesaling things. What about retailers? I know we have like the business here in Winchester. Now, what other kind of places can we go and find these Wick's pies?
Well, we are in most grocery stores in Indiana. Kroger, Meijer, Fresh Time in Muncie, and really Fresh Time all over the state. Walmart, and sold in frozen. So we use basic ingredients. We don't use any preservatives in our pies. So after we bake them, we freeze them. It actually kind of locks in the freshness of the pies.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we sell them to those grocery stores to resell.
Very cool, very cool. And I don't think I have anything else personally. Do you have any other questions that you kind of, or like anything that you want to talk about or let the audience know while we have you here today?
I don't believe so. I mean, we are a great place to work here in Randolph County. We employ around 100 people between Mrs. Wicks and Wicks Pies. We offer an internship.
Okay.
That we'll be looking for new positions for this internship. Probably beginning of summer, sometime in May for start next fall.
Okay.
So that's something to look into.
Sure.
But yeah.
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to kind of meet with us today. It was a great interview and I really enjoyed it. And for all you listeners out here today, be sure to stay tuned for our next episode that's going to be coming out here in a few weeks. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.